Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. I know it's a different venue for today's tutorial, but we are here for a purpose. Can you believe Thanksgiving is literally 2 days away? I know a lot of you are making plans to travel out of town, or you're preparing your house for a lot of family that will take over. And you're thinking about the turkey and the stuffing and the dressing and the gravy and all the stuff that you plan to prepare for your Thanksgiving feast to celebrate with those that you love. My tutorial today is a nutrition one, and the reason why I've had a lot of questions from you guys about healthy eating, and I figured what better time than to do a healthy eating tutorial during a time when we all blow it. So I've got some really simple tricks and strategies to help you get through the Thanksgiving holiday and not feel like a glutton and not feel horrible the next day and think, why on earth did I just do that to myself? There are ways to enjoy Thanksgiving and to celebrate the food without complete deprivation. I'm one of those people, I do not believe in depriving yourself, especially during a holiday, but it's all within limitations and portion size to be able to control how much you eat and therefore how you're going to feel about yourself later that night or the next day. These are very, very simple strategies that will allow you to enjoy Thanksgiving and really see the food on your plate differently. So for instance, this is just a regular dinner plate. And I know a lot of you are going to fill your plate with all kinds of things, heaping helpings of stuff flowing over. And then many of you are going to go for seconds. So my rule number one is one plate only. That's it. Fill your plate. Do not go back for more. And I'm going to show you how to strategize and fill this plate in a smart way so that you're eating a healthy portion of protein to veggies to carbs and all of that good stuff. And it really is about portion size. So when you take your plate, what I recommend that you do is start with the first two things. Obviously, turkey. Look at the bird differently. I know that a lot of us tend to grab the drumsticks and the thighs because that's where all the juice and the skin is, but naturally that's the higher fat content as well. So if you're one of those people who enjoys all things turkey, then I would suggest that you gravitate to the turkey breast and go with some of the leaner portions of turkey. And these will really help you when it comes to portions. So for instance, I just took this little bowl, and if you think of this as your main serving dish, put enough turkey to fill this bowl. This is your priority one. So I will take my turkey breast and all of that, and I will put a good amount of turkey on my plate. So I might fill a bowl like this, dump it on my plate, and I've got whoa, a huge portion of turkey, but that's great. It's lean protein, especially if you don't overdo it with the gravy. The next thing that I will do is I will size up the veggies that are being served. So if you have things like green beans or a vegetable casserole or whatever, again, I will allow myself a large portion of veggies. So I would take my bowl like this and I would fill it with the vegetable. Now we're not talking about mashed sweet potatoes here with all the brown sugar and the dairy, okay? That doesn't count. But a good simple vegetable that's been boiled or steamed, go for it. Have a field day with your turkey and your veggies. So again, a large portion, dump it on the plate. Now for the rest of it, and don't get mad at me here, but you see this little baby? Okay, this is what I'm thinking for stuffing, sweet potatoes, and all the nice carby, sugary stuff that comes on the side of the plate. I'm not saying don't eat it and don't enjoy it, but let's bring it down to size, okay? Let's have a smaller serving of those carbs and those starches. Fill them in something like this. It's a little teacup, but it's just the right proportion. Sweet potatoes in here, stuffing in here, all of that. Scoop it out and put it in your plate. You'd be surprised. This is a decent amount, and it at least allows you the chance to experience the flavor. There's nothing worse than not having it on your plate and watching those around you eat and just being green with envy because you're not experiencing the Thanksgiving feast, okay? So I'm saying experience, just smaller. Gravy, minimal. You might want to just take a tablespoon and scoop out the gravy. Do maybe 2 tablespoons of gravy on your turkey or your potato. Don't take the gravy boat and knock yourself out, okay? Because that's a quick way to get a lot of fat in there that you don't necessarily want. So again, when you look at your plate, you're actually going to have a lot of food on there. You'll have a big portion of your turkey, a big portion of your veggies, and smaller portions of all the sides and the accompaniments that go with it. I'm one of those people that I will decide what's more important to me. If the bread basket with butter wows me more than the dessert, I will allow myself the bread and the butter, but I'll say no to the dessert. If the dessert is mind-blowing, then I will blow off the bread and the butter and I will go for the dessert. So when thinking about dessert size portions, I might take a little saucer like this to really keep things in perspective, okay? You don't want a big old chunk of cake that's going to leave you feeling sick and overstuffed, and then all the blood rushes to your stomach and you're in a Thanksgiving-induced coma. So look at your dessert portions, something like this. What I might do is if a cake is being served, I might do a very, very thin slice that will allow me essentially 2 forkfuls of a dessert. That's kind of my motto. 1 forkful is enough to really tick you off. But 2 somehow is a little bit more satisfying. So again, if you have a couple of desserts there that you really think are just exceptional, a small piece to allow you 2 forkfuls, and I think you'll be good to go. Again, don't go back for seconds. That's it. Keep it limited to this portion. The other thing that I recommend after your meal and you've had enough time for your food to digest, if you can, go for a walk in the neighborhood. You don't have to run, but at least do a power walk. Get the blood flowing, get moving, so you don't feel like you're just sitting around on the couch all day. Granted, a lot of you may be traveling, and so going for an outside walk might not be a possibility, but if it is, it's a great way to get the blood flowing, get the circulation moving, and to burn off some of the calories that you've eaten. The other thing is, a lot of us will eat our Thanksgiving feast mid-afternoon. Some of us do, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. So by the time dinner time rolls around, you're hungry again, and this is when we go back for seconds. Here's the biggest trick I feel when eating later at night. If you are going back for more, let's say around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, only do your protein and your veggies at night. Completely eliminate your carbs. And again, you can do a nice serving of turkey later at night and a nice serving of vegetables. But stay away from the sweet potatoes, the stuffing, the desserts, and I guarantee you, if you follow this plan, you will thoroughly enjoy your Thanksgiving meal with those that you love, and most importantly, you will be enjoying yourself in the process because you won't feel sick and overstuffed and waking up in the morning thinking, what have I done? And now I've got to burn this thing off in a week. So it's my goal for you to have a happy, healthy, wonderful holiday with those that you love. 'Tis the season to enjoy each other and to enjoy great food, but again, to keep things down to size. I hope you have found this tutorial helpful. Again, please leave your comments and suggestions below. I am here to answer your questions. As always, I get great tips and ideas from you. Also, please subscribe to my channel because good things happen when you do. Remember, go out there, be bold, be blessed this Thanksgiving holiday, and I'll see you in a week.